And we are live. Jason Q, how are you?
Splendid. How about yourself?
It's Mr. T's birthday, and we're supposed to have candles, and I just feel kind of unprepared because you've got the banner at the back.
What's that? We got them.
Jason, I've never had this before on any of my lives. The numbers are just firing up because you have such an extraordinary way with what you do, and your mind is just brilliant. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for all the work that you do. And I know I say this every time, but you really are adored and appreciated.
Well, I appreciate it. It's taken all of us. I mean, everybody that has any part of this, it's all energy.
It all is energy.
And once everyone's on board with the whole energy and magnetism and everything, it just turned into a beautiful thing. It really does.
So, Jason, a lot has happened over this weekend, and today is Donald Trump's, the president of the United States, birthday, and what a special day it is. So much has happened over the weekend. We are in, our lockdown has been extended here in the UK, no surprise. But the Queen is still not dead. What happened there?
Whoa. See, that whole G7 summit, none of those people were there. The people they were all pawns. They're pawns in the game. Think of a chess game. They're all standing like chess pieces, right?
Yeah.
They're all standing out there. Well, but the funny thing is that they took a picture. They were at an oval, like an oval table, right? With Boris Johnson and Biden, that fruitcake. But they're all a bunch of just clones. Because the real one, they showed a picture and they took it over. It's a round table, and you see this blonde hair sticking up from this chair, right? It looks familiar. I don't know if he had a Il Donaldo, El Trumpo show up so he could, be there for U.S. and Mexico, but I think pretty much President Trump's there and he's getting stuff done.
Well, did you see the G7 website? It's got a picture of everybody on a round table, and it just coincidentally has a chair with someone that.
And that's him.
Yeah,
that's him.
I put that up. I just put that up. It's just something that I observed, and people were like, "Oh, that's from last year." But why would they have it on this year's pictures? Because everything, what's the relevance? And considering how much they hate him, I'm sure that they wouldn't want anything that reminds them of him. I mean, that hairstyle, though, so it was there. So that was an interesting com.
Yeah, hold on one second. Alpa, I guess there's a problem with my sound.
Yes, I can hear that.
It's muffled. Let's see.
In the meantime, I'm just wanting to acknowledge everyone. We have got a huge audience, Jason. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. I've been really looking forward to this. I've just got off another live. And
me too.
Yes. We'll go today. Happy birthday.
How's that? Could maybe if I speak up a little? How's that work?
Yep. Just put it up a little.
Still muffled or
a little bit? But just loads of comments firing up.
I know I'm not technical at all. I'll tell you. Let's see, Trace.
Hi, Shannon. Love from Pennsylvania. Proud of Biden on world stage. What a dope.
No, he's a moron. He's just
Jim Carrey, for God's sake.
And the thing is with him, when they sent out the letter to say that the President of the United States and First Lady Jill Biden was going to Windsor Castle, it's like, well, wait a second. Wouldn't you need President of the United States Joe Biden and then First Lady Jill Biden? Why did they use those conjunctive? Because what that did was it said that who's the president, and then they have a picture of her sitting behind the desk. It's like, come on, really? It's like, is it getting this blatant that we can't see that? It's like they're just tossing crumbs. Now they're tossing loaves of bread. They're like, hey guys, seriously, next is gonna be bricks, and it's gonna be like, and Yeah, I know. I totally forgot to make that little video for the little collective super channel to get on that thing. So I was just like, it's running late. I was like, oh,
You're still a little bit muffled. Can
is
just
this still
people,
awful?
yeah, can people just sort of write in the comments and let me know if they can hear clearly, if everything's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Hey,
Because
Greg. Hi, from Karen from
let's see.
Santiago.
Let's see if that
Big
works.
sound,
No.
Jason. Yep.
Okay, how does that sound? Let her in, let her in, let her in, let her
Mercury
in,
retrograde
let
is
her
fine.
in, let her in, let her in, let her in.
The best is yet to come.
Smoking the
Yes,
reefer.
that's fine. I think we can. Jason is a bit muffled, but I think this is the best that we can do. Love you too, Phil. Thank you.
I'm sorry, guys. I just
Jason's mic is a bit tired. He's speaking all day.
just no. I don't want to say don't think of me with a mask on because that's no good. That would be very very bad. Don't do that. It's not going to happen. So, let's see. So let's what do you say? Let's
Yeah, so the Queen, Jason. I mean,
well,
do you see her strutting her stuff? Obviously, we know that there was so much that we could see that on this side of the fence at what was going on at the G7 summit. But we have had a lot of revelations just in the last 4 days where the Senate has actually said that the whole virus and the scamdemic has been a lot of nonsense. It's coming out in the mainstream media, guys. Sure, you know, it was so many more things, and you referred to it as Suicide Weekend.
yeah, and it's the information alone that we got yesterday about the jab. There's a lot, a very very lot. I mean, right here alone. Now think of that. That's a lot of pages, right?
Wow, what's that?
The month of February from the VAERS website, that is how many people that entered the vaccine adverse event reporting system. Those are all people that actually had an adverse reaction to the jab.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, that's February. Seriously, don't get it. I mean, I understand it's a free world, and I understand people want to travel. It's like, you know what? I don't want to travel that bad. You know, and the thing is like this is just from CDC, the event reporting system. Like somebody gets sick, it says symptoms: abdominal distension, Moderna, age 18-29, event category life threatening. Yeah, I mean,
Well, in Sky News yesterday or the day before, they were just saying that people who've had it won't be able to fly.
yeah,
The irony.
I thought that they wanted to get that to fly. And anyways, why would you want to go flying if you have a bunch of pilots that took a jab? It's like, aren't they going to crash it too?
Shedding the spike protein.
No. Nope. Yeah. In fact, how many there are? There are 3,685 entries.
Yep.
But yet, people want that Krispy Kreme donut. They want, like, what did they tell you when you were a kid? You know, don't think anything of a stranger. I mean, they're all strangers, right? Doctors are strangers.
Yeah.
And then it's not even like candy. It's like your best bet is to take candy. I mean, they're putting mRNA in they're hijacking your vehicle. It's in the drops. They talk about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful though on that because, as everyone knows, I've got a few no lives, sorry, left on this channel. So if we're gonna have to speak in code, but I think a lot is coming out in the mainstream media, and people have the opportunity to really open their eyes and see. Hang on a minute, this is just crazy. I saw some videos yesterday of the non jabbers where they were sort of putting magnets on them, and also the magnets being stuck. I mean, this is like there's some crazy stuff going on at the moment.
man. And I'm reading in the comments about, people's mom having a heart attack and all that. It's like, you feel bad. It's like, we're trying to get to people, so when all this is said and done, it's like, you can't say we didn't try it. It's not like we're trying to pick a fight or say that we're right. It's like, look, we're just trying to make you just, nothing bad happen to you. That's all.
And you know what? And that's it. The intentions for all of us has just been that the last 15 months, like lunatics or whatever crazy psychopaths we've been called, and the name calling and what have you, conspiracy theorists. I mean, the intentions has just been good. We care about our brothers and sisters. We care about our family. It's scary, and the uncertainty. We don't know what the outcome of this is. There's not been adequate research, and scientists and doctors are coming out and speaking up. And it's a true testament to the corruption within the mainstream media and the medical fraternity, and all fraternities for that matter. And yet people are subordinating, acquiescing, and just listening to the government when they haven't really sort of served us very well over the years. But it's a testament to their programming, Jason. And what do we do here? We show them, what do we do? Do we continuously get angry, or do we come into that place of acceptance and realize that actually grateful that we're here and that our eyes are open, wide open, and they're on their own soul journey. Everybody's on their own soul journey.
But the thing is that that's what you have to get rid of.
So what?
It's a. You could say, like, remember they said August is a hot month, right? I mean, that remember when we had that one document, right? The I love this because I know a lot of your listeners didn't get a chance to see this. So what we did was, let's see, right here.
Somebody's just put that they're putting stuff in the meat. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Just as well, I'm vegetarian, vegan.
So here's a question I have: is that if you have an August edition of a magazine, right, and say that there's an insert in that magazine that it's a casino too far, pages from the Donald J. Trump scrapbook, right? Now, mind you, this is August of 1990. The scrapbook dates go from 1990 to 1996.
Right.
How can you post future articles in a past publication? But future proves past, right?
Yep, future.
He had to put the truth there somewhere. So they had this. It's called Spy Magazine, and here's the cover. It's on Scribd, SCRIBD. Or if you look up Spy Magazine, it's the August 1990 issue. Of course, the cover, right? It's it's like, you guys are so smooth. I love it because all the articles in here, they're all dated. I mean, the first one is on 9/16/90. Right there, it throws it off because if it's August that the article's on, the magazine was in. Now, how can you go ahead and have a couple months later, article a couple months later come back in your previous article?
Yeah.
And the title is, for the first article, Weathering the Storm.
How appropriate.
Isn't it? And the thing is, the date is 9/16/90. Right? So remember, now the Day of Atonement is on the 15th. So you've got the 150th anniversary of the Pike Mazzini letter writing on 1871 on August 15th. That's your that's the one date. That's a 15. But then, because everything's starting going to 15s now, so you got that. You jump exactly 30 days. It's gonna put you right there, right
So
in the
why
house.
is it 15? Explain that.
8/15.
8/15.
Yeah, August 15th.
Right. Okay. So I thought I heard 1:15. Okay.
Yeah, 8:15.
Sorry, guys. I know that it's a bit muffled. I'm seeing the messages, but you know, it's hopefully you can hear. It's not so bad.
Yeah.
It is a bit muffled, but bear with us.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, and we'll be on a live Q&A tomorrow night. So if anyone wants to join us, it's on that One Republic Network page on YouTube, and we'll figure out a time. I think it's like 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock my time. Yeah, 7 o'clock my time, Central time. So
no, it's fine. People can hear you. It's fine. People carry on.
Well, I mean, it might mean if they want to go over there tomorrow night or something like that, they just want to ask some questions, they can. So, and it's so there are some very, very, very interesting articles in here. How he owned 767s. Were they 27? No, 727s. 21 of them. I'm like, no, you don't. I know exactly. Come on, man, really? But the big one was. Well, actually, there are two big ones. This one is on 5/8 of 95. Right? Now, he talked about how he had to sell his Princess Allison. That was the ship, but he never had a ship. Right? So there's a different timeline completely. So what happened was
Okay.
Notice him in the background?
Yep, there we go.
Now, where's his right hand?
Can you see that, guys?
It's by the bell.
Yep, there we go.
So what if, just gotta get those articles, just have people go into Parliament, all that, and just take them all down. I think it's gonna get that right now. It's gonna have to. But then there's this one. It's on April 1st, 1944 or 1994. Definitely shot for that. That's El Dandado. I mean, it's just it's so much just amazing that I really don't know how people could discredit time travel when it's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Jason, could you just take your mic out for a second? Because I think people just can't hear, and everyone just bear with us for a couple of minutes. I'm really sorry, guys. If you have to go, that's fine. He's just a bit muffled. A lot of people can hear, and they're just Jason. It's just a little bit of a clicking sound.
Okay, how's that? Is that better?
I just think there's some. Are you wearing like a kind of, the headphone? Is there like a wire that's tapping against something?
No, wires are all right here.
Yeah, and is the mic like quite close to the
box? Yes. Well, close to the box, but how's that?
Oh, better.
Awesome.
Is that better, guys? Because that clicking noise is gone. I can hear. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. If it gets a bit funny, then you can go back out again and then come straight back in. Anyway, I can hear you fine. I think it's okay. It's a Mercury retrograde, guys. Technical hitches here and there. We're coming towards the end of it. We're gliding our way through. Not a big deal, but of course we need to hear you, Jason, because the stuff that you share with us, everybody is excited, and it's the biggest audience I've had. We've got over 700 people here, just I think on YouTube. So they love you, Jason, and we all appreciate what you want. So I think that's why they want to hear everything that you say, and obviously the qualities. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, and. I mean, believe me. I mean, this whole thing, it's been so humbling. Just to realize that there's so many people out there that it doesn't matter where you're from. Are you a patriot? Yes. I mean, we all believe in God. We all want the betterment for mankind. But you guys really crossed that red line bad, numerous times with the kids. So no, we got to deal with that. That's what's got to get dealt with. So. it's hard to even think of that how many people are going through such hard times now, being locked up and everything. It's just, I don't know, man. It's sad.
Yeah, but we're purging. Humanity is purging, Jason.
Oh, yeah.
And these few weeks have been very intense for a lot of people that I know personally. And then I'm just observing what's going on in the social media, arena. And I'm just sort of picking up, a strained energy, but people are still persevering. I think what happened over the weekend kind of gave that. Oh, look, 777, my favorite number. The divine is here. 777 people. That number is that has been following me since the start of this. I kid you not. 777 has been following me every single day. And it's beautiful. The synchronicity, should you have the eyes and lenses to see it, are beautiful. But yeah, it's is that better, guys? Yeah, so yeah, there is so much going on, and people are feeling all sorts, but we just have to keep holding space for one another, holding that space, and elevating, empowering our friends, and our brothers and sisters. I know we get frustrated. I know there's all this time lags. This is a journey of self-discovery and patience. We don't ultimately know the truth. We don't know the accuracies. I know people have been writing into me and saying, what about this? And this dates didn't happen. Look, first of all, I'm not giving out dates. I mean, I'm kind of asking the questions. Jason is really thorough and extensive in what he, analyzes. And I don't think any of us have that kind of ability to go as deep as him. I mean, it's fascinating. But today, on Mr. T's birthday, I think there could have been a lot more expectations of things to really unfold on a grander level. What are we expecting today, Jason, from your view?
It's really hard saying how they're going to play this out, because they have to play it out so things that nobody's left. All the opponents taken care of, and just lock everybody up. Let them just stay in that little hut. It's tough because the younger kids, with all the stuff with the kids, because it all stems from the kids. It's all about them.
Absolutely.
Protection. And it's really sad because here with I have no problem with anybody in their sexual preference at all, but I do have a problem with you're doing the whole PDA stuff out in the wide open. You got kids around it. Just get a room. Seriously, just don't. It's a respect. I think you want to carry yourself at a higher level. So I just don't know.
Yeah, well, this whole journey has been about the children. It's what's woken so many people up right from the beginning. And it's what's collectively brought us all together and to fight so hard in humanity, whether people choose to believe it or not. And it enrages me, and it has done from the beginning when they fob it off as a conspiracy theory, because I used to get that right in the beginning, and from sort of April to June acutely, where people can be so gung-ho about you wearing a mask, but just be totally dismissive of what's going on in the dark underworld to our children. I know, guys, I am so sorry. Do you know what we can do? Jason, do this. Come out of it. Okay. Guys, just hold on. I'm not going to end the broadcast. Come out of it and come back in.
Okay.
Yeah? And then we'll do that, guys. Just bear with us for a second.
One second.
Poor Jason. I'm sorry about that, guys. It's just one of those things. I'm just going to help him out a bit. So just hold the line. Okay, so I'm just waiting for Jason. He's going to take a couple of minutes, but I just want to thank you all really for being patient and joining. There's just a lot of people here, and I'm overwhelmed and truly touched as well, because today's a big day, and we all love Mr. T. We all wanted to hear what Jason deciphers with his comms. And I know that you've been waiting for him to come on tonight. But just what I was saying earlier with Jason about the children. Oh, here he is. Here he is.
Okay, how's that? Is that better? I hope so.
A little bit better. Look, listen, it's fine. We've got another, like, say, 20 minutes. We'll do what we can, and we've got a lovely crowd there, understanding and patience, guys. I get it that it's not clear. If it's not, Jason said he's going to be on another show later. But those that can bear it, please stay on. And if not, then maybe listen to Jason. When are you on again, Jason?
Well, we're going to do a live Q&A tomorrow night with our One Republic network, and it is it's at
well, look, people are saying they can hear, so let's carry on.
Yeah, it'll be at 7 p.m. My time, so it'll be 6 hours ahead.
All right.
So it'll be 1 in the morning. But we're gonna do another one for the all the UK and all of Europe and everything, because we want to make sure we get all of you too. So no,
people can hear now, so it's much better.
Sweet. And I don't think you have to worry about strikes anymore, either, Alpa, because we were given a layer on a whole website. We were given one, so I think we should all just move over there. We'll just make one big Patriot website.
I think we should.
Because the thing is it's uncensored. We can do anything we want with it.
Yeah.
We pull everybody over there. We can make one big collective site, and everybody just gets times.
Yeah.
We can all leave Facebook. We can all leave YouTube. All these.
Well, I actually think that they're all under control by the white hats. That's just my view. Especially what's been revealed with the censorship in social media. What came out last week about how. Sorry, you're still clicking. Yeah, how much censorship there's been from Facebook and YouTube, censoring all the medics and the doctors and scientists when they were talking about 888 now. So we've gone from 777 to 888, and how much that was being censored.
I'm amazed at the number, but yeah, the censorship. Okay, guys, we know what we can and can't say. We haven't done anything that hasn't come out to be true. We've literally we're all trying to do the most respectful thing as possible, as getting the word out. But if we're not allowed to use those words, how can we not, teach others of what it really means? Talking code and everything. That's why when that starts up, it's gonna be good. I mean, we're not gonna start, just going all ballistic with it, but we can actually talk about real topics. If we would not get kicked off or anything like that, because I know that I think I got a couple strikes on me too. I don't care. I look at it, I'm like, what do I do?
Now, it's just a lot of people ask this, and thank you, Joseph, and I get asked this a lot, where people get confused why Donald Trump advocated the Jabberwockers, the V's, and that's been subject to a lot of debate. What are your thoughts, Jason, on that? Why?
What he had to do was he had to give everybody the free will. So free will.
That's exactly it. Yeah, free will.
And we look at it, and people get all mad about it. It's like, guys.
But remember, he suggested hydrochloroquine and ivermectin.
Yes.
First, yeah. And there's a lot of collateral damage that he saved. Remember, everyone, this is not politics. This is a war. This is a spiritual war. We are in a war, and there's going to be casualties. And I get it. And I also went almost off the cliff with that and thought, yeah, why? Because innocent people are going to die. But there was one of my posts that I put on Instagram about the NHS writing to patients and saying that, sorry, Katie, you got the saline down. And if you recall, people who've been watching my shows from last year, that was a theory that I had suggested, that could it be majority of people are getting the saline? Yeah. But this was going to be rolled out by the deep state, essentially, anyway. And he's intervened, and there is a circulation of the bad V. And I've been trying to get my head around it for so long, but yeah, this is what I'm concluding, that there is, if we look at him suggesting hydrochloroquine before, you see, there's so many optics going on here. We never truly will know the truth.
Yeah, I mean, what piece of the puzzle, and we'll notice that when things start blowing up in the news, the whole news cycle, it'll be good. And,
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that just, I understand everybody wants it done right now, but it can't be done right now. It has to go through the correct channels to get these people all, to prove our judicial system is messed up. So they use the military industrial makeup for it. So how much is lying? About what, 4 months?
I like that, Charlie. I'm in agreement. If Clinton was there, then yeah, half of us would be in the FEMA camps and dead by now.
I would have seen that name and I'd be like, get out of here. No way. She takes people's souls with but she's asleep. What are you doing?
Well, yeah. There is so many different versions of her, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That is so obvious. I mean, how many different versions of Hillary is there, Clary?
Oh. And there's a big hierarchy in it, and it's got the vocation. Let me see. I think I got it. But what everybody's have to understand is that it's going to get really bad in our towns, really bad in our cities. You have to understand that God will win, regardless of what anybody says. Like, we would be down by 10,000, just be he just bounces it up, because these new houses. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah. I like what this comment EWR has just said. The whole experience keeps us digging deeper and deeper on so many levels, testing us in so many ways. Hang tough, we can get through all of this. You're absolutely right. Every day is another opportunity. We're healing from so many different wounds. And yes, we're searching. This is the journey of self-discovery and just really digging in deep. I love that. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you guys. Just do my part and pull my weight, and that's about it. So it's definitely been a blast. Working around all of you and worrying about take the jab and everything. We love all of you. We really do. We want what's best for all of you, because without you, there's no us, and we really, really, really need that. You have to understand, all of us are doing this. It's like I said in the last show. How can you spend 5 minutes on it? You still did something positive with it. So, because
yep,
there was, man, the things that these people did. I mean, this is out of control, and it just really I would say it pisses you off, because it shouldn't, because we're just higher than them. So I kind of laughed, and it's just like, it's like, guys, we don't want, now's the time. It's like, you just gotta believe us. Just for once, because some people don't want to stay back because they don't want to leave, and it's just like, what's the unknown? It's like, guys, it's, man, just knowing that we have this kind of furniture, and we could just, I mean, it's just mind blowing. The whole thing.
It is.
It's almost like there's so many people in the world, and there's so, I mean, everybody has their problems, everybody has their issues, and I have the same ones. We all do. I don't want to be held in a higher light than anybody else in this, because I really do believe that, that it's all of you that are just funneling right into the collective, and we're just keeping tabs on it and making sure that, you know, this is our turn to write the. It's not going to be a history book, because let's face it,
It's
there's the word
opportunity.
story. There's the word story in there.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is that once it's all said and done, anybody wants to help, anybody. If you have notes, documentation, bring it. And then what we're going to do is we'll probably have like 420, 430,000 pages by then. And we're going to take it, we'll just get a big warehouse where people can partner up, people can pick a topic they want to work on, they can get all the information, we can just funnel through it, and then like have discussions, just have group discussions and say, well, what do you think of this? And like everybody have their own little, like I guess you could say like a focus group, but
yeah.
I really never thought that I would be just in any kind of focus group, because I'll tell you what, yeah, it's like that joke, you're so broke you can't pay attention. It's something like that, but it's not like that, because it's like there's so much stuff that you're trying to take in.
Jason, I don't have room in my very small brain with all the information that you have.
Yes,
I just
you
get
do.
the files.
Oh, yes, you
I
do.
download information.
Yes.
I actually can't over kind of consume myself with so much. I actually home into my intuitive compass, and when I've come on to this public arena, it's petrifying. It is. And suddenly you've realized that the world has been warped and everything that you knew or thought was a lie, and people are dealing with this in their own ways. There's the trauma there's the grieving. And I think, as a lot of my followers who have been amazing to me, amazing, you guys, I love you so much. I get all the emails, and they're just all asking after me, and I really appreciate that support. But I think something was going on there as well, some kind of interference spiritually for me to kind of stop and give up. It's been 15 months, hasn't it, Jason? 15 months, and you are up day and night, going through. Look at that file that you've just printed out. It's just a year's study, just that one catalog that you've got there, and it's just so fascinating and very commendable how you just keep going. 15 months, we're trying to really figure out where we're heading with this. But I tell you something, there are so many more people awake, so many people that are not subordinating, acquiescing, and it's beautiful to see.
Actually, Alpa, we're on our 42nd month.
Yeah,
started in December of 2017. That's when I took my first note, and it was on a Fuel McConnell, Able Danger, because I was helping one of my friends to remodel his. We were remodeling it was like a dog grooming place in like a strip mall, and his wife wanted like because it was right by high school, she wanted to sell prom dresses and all that. Well, he doesn't know much about like the construction, but I'm just like, dude, just stay home. I got it, And then that's when you start writing this down, that down, and when it got to the whole flat Earth deal, I blame that up. I can attribute that to some laziness.
Imagine if Trump started talking about that.
Oh, he knows.
Of course, I know, but imagine.
And the thing is that we can even blow this wide open.
Yep.
What you want to know why this is all going as it is? Well, they say, oh, it's a globe and all this. It's like, no, cut a globe in half, cut a ball in half. Yeah, two halves, right? Now, if you notice, they only talk about a Western hemisphere. That's it. Now, back in 1910, when they had all these orphans, they had an influx of orphans. They came from the East. Where East? When they talk about Far East, how far east are you going? What if there is, because in some of those maps, I'm sure you've seen them, where you're looking at the plan, when they say trust the plan, what you're doing is you're looking down at a plan view of a map of the Earth. Because how they say, well, here's the crust, and then here's the magma, and here's the core, and they all have walls, right? Well, you take the inside the core, and that's the inner Earth, enters inner Earth, and then you have on the outside of there, on the next layer, you have all the continents and all the water, and then on the outside of there, there's your ice wall, right? So what that does is that what is beyond the ice wall? Because, like they said in a Q drop, well, it was during the Q&A. Consider the vastness of space. Now, when people think space, they're like, "Oh yeah, there's so much out there." No. Look at the definition for space. The definition for space is anything infinitely on your three-dimensional plane. So we can go all the way out. Because the thing is that they say we're in sync and you're in synchronization. We're in sync, right? Now think of the ice wall being the outer rim of the sink. The water stays in the sink. We stay in the sink. Something happens to that wall. Where's the water going to go? It's going to go to the outer. So it's not going to flood us. Why would it do that? Because if the wall is going to get knocked down, water's going to find its level. So it's going to push out. What if that actually exposed all of Atlantis? All of Lemuria? What if those are the two bridges that they're talking about being exposed in the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific? Can you imagine that? But yeah, we're conspiracy theorists. Sorry. Or we're in a cult too. Because you gotta love that.
Well, yeah, crazy cult.
I love it.
Tinfoil hat.
And you know what? The Tesla time traveler. Yeah. That's how it all began for me. That's where it just flipped because I was kicked out of two groups, a public and a private.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah. I find this really funny. By Jen, you can hear Jason better when he talks about flat Earth.
You're right. I'm telling you, it's just. I mean, there's certain because. Yeah, guys, sorry. You know what it is? It's that when they say they lied about everything, there's no asterisk that says, "Oh, with the exception of the Earth." Guess what? You cannot see. You cannot see a sphere. You can't.
No.
Remember, we are in a three-dimensional construct.
Yes, we are.
What do you need in order to see a sphere? You need breaks. You have to show depth. That's why when you look at a ball, you look at a basketball in the yard, what do you see? Is that a sphere? No. But when you're looking at it, it's a circle. It's round. That's why they say, "Oh, it's round Earth or flat Earth." It's like, it's both. It's both. But the thing is that the dome makes it half a sphere. Where's the other half? I'll tell you exactly where it is. It's right next to us. You want to know what to do with the kids? Why would they call it Big Pharma? Think. Drop the A. Big Farm. They're farming us. They've always been farming us for food.
Whoa.
What?
Boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
Guys, like.
What?
Metaphorically speaking, they are. And that is exactly what's happening. We are slaves and farmed.
It's bottom of the rabbit hole right there. We've been used as slaves. And that's why they say slaves no more. And we even have because there's something that just I'm not big on is saying shit that I just can't prove. So
Jason was chosen by God with all the numbers so he could bring all the information to us in ways we can understand. Absolutely, Susie, I am in agreement with you there. 1,065 people are on Facebook and YouTube. I'm just really humble, guys. Thank you.
It's big. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough. And I mean, we're really wanting everybody to learn because there was Ancient Alien. I could send you the link and all that. It's because what I was doing was I was watching it, and it has to do with the Enuma Elish, right? The Babylonian epic of creation. Now, when we found that, and I always say we. I never say we before me. You know, when people start with the ego, it goes downhill from there, because that's happened to your Antichrist.
Yeah.
Your Antichrist is your ego, and it's your skepticism,
Yes.
because we are in God's creation, and He would have not wanted us to actually be in His perfect creation or anything like that. But what if this is all a test for us as well? When they say like the kingdom, it's like, guys, what if this are like or like interview or something like that we have to go through a training in order to earn the right to go there, because we're gonna be moving up in dimensions. And when we were created, and I know this is gonna sound really crazy, but that's proof. We were created in I guess you could say in tiers, like two of them. We have the spirit, soul, and the ether. That's from our Father and Creator, the All. And our vehicles, bodies, they were created by the Anunnaki, and also the Alpha Draconians had their hand in this, the reptilians, because we actually start out with a reptilian brain.
Yeah.
When they taught us that in school, but we didn't do anything of it. But now, if we flip the script on them, say, well, we're going to take all that, we're going to take a little trip back. Now, they had a ruling in England back in the 1700s, and they had a ruling in 1878, and it was by the U.S. versus Throckmorton. And what it is, it's fraud, vitiates everything, vitiates everything. Now, this is where you have to think, where did the fraud begin? The fraud began when you walked in that classroom the first day.
Yep.
Because they showed you a globe and said, you're on this and everything. It's like they lied to you right off the bat, because they have to find it maps. The thing is, if they tell you it's out a ball, the more like Baal, worshiping Baal.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a satanic cult that runs the world.
From that first day in school, I definitely agree.
Yeah. Now think about, apply that now. So every dime that you paid in for a student loan, it's all coming back.
Good question.
They have to.
Yeah, Elaine. Yeah.
And we definitely had one in the 1800s. And this is where when they said posse comitatus, and we started talking about the Reconstruction era. When you think Reconstruction, if the buildings were already there, what were they really doing? Because you never hear anything or see anything from that time. It makes no sense. Just like they're trying to pull a research on us. It's like, no, not so much. It's
from the first day we set foot in school into the
yes.
academic fraternity, that's when the hypnotizing starts. And it's interesting, the star seeds and the indigo children, the warriors of light, from the beginning can never concentrate, and that was me. I actually,
it's all of you.
Yeah, and it's everything used to just feel very abstract, and I used to have difficulties reading from the age of like 8. The words would move, but I had a very out of the box way of thinking. But I was always told that it was not the right way. I had to sort of fit in, but I was always getting into trouble.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, these schools, they want you to fit in because they want you all to be, just be
a certain way, of course. Yeah.
And
conformity. That's exactly what it is, to conform to their agenda.
I wouldn't worry about your leadership in Canada.
Look at why we're having such a shit show with the pseudo intellectuals. They can't register. 1144, my favorite number. 1144.
Nice.
140 workers.
Five. And also with that, we have what was that? What was the last question, Mercy?
No, we were just talking about the, being at school and, they
Oh,
get
yeah,
us there.
and let's face it. I mean, they sent us to school because they said you have to be here to learn. It's like there's nothing that is. They're not teaching us anything like that. They barely taught us about the Constitution when we were when I was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
No. I mean, people should love. Number one, wherever you're from in the world, you should love your country.
Yeah.
You should really
I'm
feel
not
proud.
really feeling the UK at the moment, though. Just saying.
Well, it's getting flipped because who actually runs the UK?
Exactly. So someone's just asked me a question. Sorry to interject. What are these Tippy canoe? What are the figurines next to me, and what do they mean? I think that's it. Somebody actually made these for me. These are energetic pyramids, specifically made. Yeah.
Those nice.
Yeah. And I keep them in all my shows. I've got this beautiful lady, Lisa, makes them. If you want to check out my show on the pyramids, I explain everything there. So go and check it out on this channel. Sorry, continue, Jason.
That's okay. And it's a shame what they did to the doctor that created all that organize the healing system. They just locked him up, threw away the key. There's no reason for them to do that. All this information should be ours. It's there's one thing. Those actually got moved. The Iwaranan videos, they got moved to what's his name? Georgia Dawn. GeorgiaDawn. It's 2 words. They have all the movies still there, the clips, and I mean, I'm sorry if I'm off. It's probably my throat too. Just
guys, it's okay. I'm really sorry, but we're going with the flow. We're going.
Yeah, and like I said, tomorrow night if you guys want to go over it, then we'll just have a quick
we can. It's much better than what it was before, sweetheart. So no worries.
It's just plus there's a vaulted ceiling, so it kind of takes it apart. It's like but yeah, I mean we're doing the best we can with what we have.
Yep.
Because they sit here and say you're the news now. It's like then you best send some people over to set this up. I don't know anything about this stuff, so it's like just pushing buttons, pushing down. It's like, oh no, you don't want me to do that. Oh, it'd be bad. So back to this, and this is tough, but they with the Enuma Elish, with the Babylonian epic of creation, they explain how we were created. Because we were created from clay and blood, to give us our vehicles, and then they just sent us back here with this. Was it the trap, the death amnesia recycling trap? So our souls would just get recycled constantly. We just want another vehicle. Because, in all honesty, what have we actually earned, and what have we actually done to actually accept going to heaven? And that's 5D. So you got to go to 4 before you go to 5. So it's crazy, but it never gets old. Nope. It never does.
The cycle of the soul, samsara, death, rebirth, until we get eternal moksha, until we've learned what we've had to learn in the Bhagavad Gita, the Sanatana Dharma. In our scriptures, we talk about the ego and the evolution of the soul and the journey of the soul.
Yep.
I'm not so well versed in it, but just essentially, this is what we are here to learn, is who we are, who we truly are. And this is an opportunity, this last 15 months, for all of us in humanity to really look inside on a much deeper level than we have ever done. So metaphorically, going inside, staying at home, has given us an opportunity to literally go inside. And so there's something orchestrated here, with the 2 polarities, the good over the evil. And, we are constantly battling our own demons, and whatever's going on inside is essentially being reflected in our outer world. And this is the collective consciousness. This is why we keep saying we need to, stay in a high vibration, in a high frequency, because everything ultimately is energy and frequency, right, Jason?
Yes, yes. And I was reading the question right here about silicon-based life. Giant crystal trees are coming back.
Oh,
They are coming back. Yeah.
I want one in my garden.
Oh, you won't even need them. They're massive. I mean, you got Devil's Tower. That's a stump. There's tree stumps all over. It's all energy. Crystal is frozen energy. And what it's going to do is we're going to go from a carbon-based body to crystal-based body.
Yes.
And we're going to move from the human beings to the celestial beings, the star people. We truly are, we truly did, we did earn this. So.
Don't you think Avatar was telling us so much? 10 years ago. It was out in, when was it, 2009? Avatar was telling us so much.
I bet that's one of the lands past the ice wall.
I want to go there. I like that world. It feels like home.
You'll be able to go everywhere. You have teleportation. You have manifestation, teleportation, resurrection tech, everything. We all have it built in.
But don't you feel like I'm recognizing so many people? It's like, I know you, like people that I'm crossing paths with, like Greg, for example. We connected over Facebook and there was like an instant recognition, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I'm convinced we've had a past life as siblings. We feel this connection in humanity, like this connection that we are all having with people we haven't even met yet. I think it's beautiful.
And I think that's what really does it. Does justice for the whole movement is that we're doing all this without, being like a physical, pretty much next to them. This is just by, learning this and being able to just get out how we do. We're all one soul family. So we're all brothers and sisters.
We are. We are brothers and sisters. And, what can we expect, Jason, in the next few months? What are your views? What are you deciphering and seeing that could be a possibility?
You did see the next few months, right?
Yeah, and this is just a possibility, so people don't get hung up on dates, times, and all of that. We're just he's just making sense of what's going on. And in the brilliant mind of Jason, he's giving us his interpretation. So
let's see. Well, President Trump will resume office. He's not in office. I mean, doesn't, he's good. Then we have the Nasera, they have the RV, then you have the Nasera Jacera, and that is going to relieve all of the, all the debt for others, which it should. I mean, this is really bad. It's terrible. So all we can do is just, keep our vibrations up and stay positive. Just, you never know who's watching. You never know. It's all around us.
I think Donald Trump's watching you, Jason. I really feel it. And I'm not even joking here. I really think they're watching you.
Hopefully that today. I gotta be celebrating today.
I just feel bad I didn't have a cake and a candle and the banner. I have my pyramids and I have this plant in the background.
But you know what? It's all that Philly stuff is just you're here.
Yeah.
That's why he will take loyalty over anything.
Yeah.
So we're all loyal. We're all here. We're all building. We're building upon one another, like knowledge and everything. Because people think that money is where it's at. It's not.
Yeah. And how much have we learned in this journey that we can do with so little? A consumerist, materialistic society that we have been so duped by. And with the advent of social media, look, there's the positive side of social media, which is getting us to connect like this, for the right reasons.
Yes.
But then the nefarious and negative sort of, instant gratification obsession has taken control of the world in the last sort of 10 years or so. Now we're using these platforms for the right reason, in righteous action, in our dharmic righteous action. And that's what we're doing. And we are connecting with the most wonderful souls globally. And I'm so eternally grateful to each and every single one of you that has continued to support Jason and myself with just the lovely things that you say and positivity, because this is what we need to teach our brothers and sisters. We've had 10 years of trolling and this kind of terrible media tabloid trash. This person's doing this person's doing that. Everybody is fighting a battle that no one knows about. Yeah. Each and every single one of us, we need to learn to be kind. We need to learn to be understanding. And this is testing our inner resolve. We really do. And we don't, I definitely, as you all know, claim that I know everything and have the answers, but it's with the intention to raise the vibration for humanity and come together with my brothers and sisters and encourage, empower, elevate everyone. And 1111, oh my God, that's my favorite number. Woohoo! As I'm saying that, God is great.
Got it.
This is amazing.
And it's once people actually grasp that, you know, we're gonna need one another during all this, because there are gonna be a lot of people that are just gonna be lost. It really is. We can't let them go, you know, do stupid things themselves or anything like that. We can't have that. You know, because it gets what? It's, you know, right back out of conscience and right back out of karma. It's like, no, thank you. It takes a lot for that.
Yeah.
It's easier to clean your karma than your credit. You know that?
Sorry, say that again?
It's easier to clean your karma than your credit.
Yeah.
and which one's fake?
I love that.
And which one's fake?
Easier to clean your karma than your credit. This is very true. It's the right action, isn't it? Conscious action. Love in action. By the way, everyone, my show is going to be called the Love in Action. Love in Action with Alpa Soni, the spiritual badass.
Yes.
Love in action.
And there's also one more thing. Forgiveness. Now, I know this is going to be tough. We have to forgive everyone.
Yeah.
Even them. Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to actually move up, because we wouldn't have gained, you know, access to certain, you know, parts and all this that we had to actually pretty much just like throw everything out we learned and just completely have a redo. You know,
Yep.
so it's
very true. And on a final note, I think that's a beautiful place to end. Forgiveness. It's Donald Trump's birthday today, everyone. And just sending you all so many positive vibes and just love and forgiveness. I ask for your forgiveness if I've, you know, people have said you've misled people, Alpa, and you've done this, you've done that. And I'm like, listen, we're all trying here, my brothers and sisters. But, you know, it's the perception. But forgiving our friends, forgiving our family for not having the insight to know better, because we understand that this is the trajectory of their own soul and the evolution of their own soul journey. They chose this script. We chose this script. We chose to be here. Yeah. And we are remembering, and this is the journey home. We're remembering who we are. And we are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Oh yeah, there we are. And also it's, you have to forgive yourself. That's the big one. You know, and because saying that, well, yeah, I should have did this, I should have did that, I wish no, shoulda, coulda, woulda, wished. Everything that happened to us, everything bad, everything like why can't anything go right? Because that's not how you wanted it. You wanted everything to go wrong so that you could actually tinker with it and actually learn from it, because we evolve. That's why they wanted all this machine learning. They want to learn from humans because they want to overtake everything. They don't have what we have. We have intuition, we have creativity, we have imagination. We can actually all come together and actually, you can dump a bunch of stuff out on the ground and all of us can get together and put together what it was. Just by, you know, comparing what you know from your past, you know, what you've learned throughout your life, and just using critical thinking.
Yeah.
You know, common sense and just, you know, patience. And, you know, it's, there's so much to this that it's beyond amazing to know that.
Everybody's our teacher.
Yeah.
Everyone is just there as our teacher.
Yep.
When the lesson has been learned, that's the end of that connection. Not saying physically, but end of that negativity. For example, if you're repeating the same thing over and over again, and it's why me? Why does this keep happening? Why am I attracting this? You know, you have to see this at a deeper level and a deeper conscious level. And once you realize what this is and you neutralize those charges and that frequency that it has against you, then, you know, you're constantly self-elevating and empowering yourself. And when you realize that you need no one but yourself, I'm not talking physically, because we need connection, and love is the answer.
Yes.
Love is truly the answer. And we don't all have the answers to everything. And I'm speaking academically, because that's not really, we've learned that, but we need very little in these times, you know. And it's that love, that bond, that connection that we have with our brothers and sisters that essentially is that sweetness to life, that fruit of life, that bond that we have with children, with our pets, with our family. And that's what needs nurturing in a positive way. The cabal have hit us so hard. They've hit the family unit so hard. There's so many dysfunctional family situations. And now we come together because we've learned in this journey. And it's how it's how we continue evolving. And I think this whole 15 months, and, you know, from the geopolitical level, the spiritual side, in every facet, we are evolving constantly. And I thank you, Mr. T, for teaching me a lot. You know,
I mean, the whole Q group, the whole movement. I mean, let's face it, guys. We have to be a part of one of the greatest cults of all time. And we gain our immortality. Usually they're killing themselves. It's like we become biologically immortal entities. How much of a big middle finger could you give that? So it's, you know, love and light, and, you know, and we just we have to fight for it. You know,
love and light. That doesn't mean that you don't stand up for yourself.
Yes,
yeah?
Yes. We have to.
Clear. You have to stand up for yourself. You have your boundaries. You don't take nonsense. I certainly don't take any nonsense. But that doesn't strip away your sweetness and your kindness and your compassion and your understanding for people. But that doesn't mean you take crap. You stand up in the face of adversity at all times, and you fight for right action, the right things in life. You know, you fight for your friends, you fight for your brothers and sisters. However, you don't take shit either.
Yeah. And you know, don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
Exactly.
Because it's not a weakness. It's just, you know, it's all in how you approach the situation. Is how I'm gonna react. That's just me. You know, of course I've gone off on some people, but it's like you get to a point, it's like, because there's people out there that just want to argue with you. It's like, well, all right. Yeah, hopefully all the kids are in bed, because we're going to hyphenate every curse word there is, because you will learn. That's it. It's a beautiful thing, though, and I can't thank you enough for letting me come on your show. And
I'm just going over an hour, and I'm like cheekily thinking, let's just go on for another 5 minutes, because I could talk to you forever, and the audience loved you. We all appreciate you, Jason. Thank you so much for everything that you've brought to this movement in the last 15 months. Eternally grateful. And let's see, you know, happy birthday, Mr. T. Everyone that's watching from all over the world, I thank you so much. Whatever you're doing, have an amazing day further. Lots of love. Jason, any last words from you?
Just thank you, everyone. And tomorrow night, you know, we're gonna have that Q&A. If anybody wants to go do it, and then it's an ORN-1 on YouTube, and, you know, we'll be taking questions for, you know, a couple hours. So it'll be all Q&A.
Yeah, and I will put all of Jason's handles on the description below a bit later on tonight. He has got his own channel. I think you've got two, haven't you, Jason? Two YouTube. One is not working, but there's another one.
Yeah. I mean, there's another one that has our video on it that we did.
Yes, I know that one, the one with Mel K. So you put that on there as well. So
yeah, she contacted me also, so I'm going to be on with her this week as well. So
amazing! She's brilliant. You two are just like, and we're finishing at 1 hour, 11 minutes, 11 seconds.
Almost had it.
The divine has helped. Love you all.
All right, love you guys.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Love you.